morning. Today is Sunday the 25th. I'm finally getting around to doing the Luca knitting needle review. All of my options have arrived so I can show them all off and talk about what makes them a really interesting knitting needle and why they're worth the money. So, as you remember, I bought these ones for making socks. So you can see the different colors. These are a much darker version of the indigo. These are much lighter. These are the driftwood. And then for the ones I've actually been working with, because I'm still a little intimidated by the socks, I have more of the driftwood, so 2 of the 60-inch ones that I bought to make chunky sweaters, and then this one is 12-inch, which I guess is baby hats or something, I don't know. And I've got the 16-inch size 10 that I'm using for my swatch right now, just a cotton swatch. And I decided to start with the, you can see that, right? With the indigo, because some of the comments I saw online claimed that the indigo rubbed off on their yarn and dyed their yarn blue. So like, well, if it's gonna dye any yarn blue, it would be a abrasive white cotton, right? It's not pure white. It does have blue and green speckles. That's not from the knitting needles. I have not seen any evidence of that yet, so I'm like halfway through a metered square swatch like I normally do. And they're still as blue as they started, and the yarn isn't any more blue than it started. And I think I can talk a little bit about the function of the needles themselves. So, they are a very high polish, I believe birch. Let me double check that real quick. Pretty sure it was birch. It might not actually say on the packaging, but I'm pretty sure on the website it was birch. And so they are pretty smooth, but as with all wood knitting needles, they are going to grip the yarn a little bit more than your metal ones would. They are not as ridiculously sharp as most of the metal ones I've tried. They have a more of a blunted tip, which is good if you're working with a yarn that splits a lot, like cotton. And the grippiness is good if you're working with a really slippery yarn like llama, alpaca, silk, something along those lines. So in that respect, they do definitely have a specific purpose. I would not necessarily use them for, let me think about that for a second. I'm not sure exactly what I wouldn't use them for, because I kind of like it when my needles don't stab holes. I guess if I'm trying to make something really, really fast and I need a faster needle, I would use a metal needle. I kind of prefer the wooden needles. So, in addition to all of the individual packages I bought, including another set of DPNs, because I was hoping to get more of the samples of color for the different shades of indigo, although I mostly ended up with the same color. I also bought this. So this is the 3.5-inch tip blush circular interchangeable needle set. I'm sorry, I'm tripping over my own tongue today. And it took me a long time to find someone that had this in stock. And then once I ordered it, it arrived in like 2 days. So I'm very happy about that. So let me just, I haven't actually opened it yet. Or, I mean, I took the plastic off because that's loud, but let's see if I can get the paper off without destroying it. I don't want to break it. I might have to. I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry, guys. Got it. Okay. So, it looks like a really cute clutch. It's like a faux leather feel. It says Luca on it. And like a metal badge. You open that up, get rid of the little silica pellets. They're hot pink. They're so cute. And there's like a pocket. And you open the pocket, and the cords are not as bright pink as I thought they would be. They're more like a rose, dusty rose. And they have all the connectors and keys and stuff in there. And a little instruction booklet on how to, I say booklet, it seems to be one page on how to connect the needles and all that good stuff. Alright, how does this work? I can see that this is, I think it's supposed to stand up somehow. I just am not 100% sure how that works. Okay, so there's like Velcro here, see, and Velcro here, but I'm not sure how they connect to, oh! Okay, this part bends in half, and then you can have it set up on your desk so you can see them, kind of like those fancy sets of colored pencils. I get it. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And they are like a really bright neon pink, which is exactly what I wanted. I really want them to make the Tunisian crochet hooks in this color too. And I am going to do a review on the Tunisian crochet hooks. Those are a separate review because the Tunisian crochet hook sample I have was sent specifically to review by the company while I bought all of these. So I wanted to separate them into two separate reviews. So yeah, I finally have a full set of interchangeable needles. That's pretty great. And I'm going to continue playing with these. I'm going to be making the socks with them, so you'll definitely see them in the future quite a few times. I wanted the wooden needles for the sock making for my first time because I am really nervous about the needles, the stitches slipping off the needles. So yeah, that was my Luca knitting needle review, and if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them below. I did pay for all of this stuff myself. I wasn't sent the knitting needles or anything like that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I needed to talk about. I guess the only other thing is if you are like really OCD about all of your knitting needles matching or anything like that, all of them have a large range of different colors that are possible. I would say the blush is actually the closest to them all being the same color. There's still going to be variation because it's wood and wood has natural variations. But for example, the indigo, these are like a really, really pale denim color, while these are like a really dark wash denim color. And I'm pretty sure there's quite a few shades that go in between these two. I just, when I ordered, happened to get a lot of the same color, ironically enough, because I wanted to show the color differences. But if you have issues with that and you want to make sure all of your needles match, you might want to find a store that sells them in person. I know a lot of local yarn shops do, and then you can pick the individual pairs or sets in the case of double pointed needles in the exact shades you want, and you can build your set like that. But if you're going to get like a full interchangeable set of driftwood or indigo, each of the pairs are going to match themselves fairly well, but the pairs are not going to match each other. They're going to look different, most likely. I guess there's a very small chance they could all be the same shade, but it seems pretty unlikely. Alright, so I think that's it. I'll be filming my next video probably Tuesday. Hopefully my new glasses will come by then, because I actually have a hard time seeing the camera at this point. And I'll see y'all soon. Thank you.